up? It's Joleigh and welcome back to Fridays here on Daily Diabetics. First and foremost, I just wanted to say I am so excited to be starting videos back up. I feel like these last 2 weeks were very much needed for the people that are filming for this channel, and I feel like we can have a lot more energy again with our videos. So I hope you guys will forgive us, but it was a much needed little vacation for us right before school started, and some of us had some personal things that were going on, so not having to worry about uploading a video was so nice, but I am so excited to get back into uploading videos for you guys. So this week's video theme is either insulin pump or insulin pen / syringes. So why don't we just jump right into this week's video. So for you guys who do not know, I am currently on the T-Slim insulin pump from Tandem, and I absolutely love this pump. And little side note, I love this case. It's Tiffany blue, if you guys cannot see, which is my favorite color, and it has an amazing clip that doesn't come off. If you guys are interested, you guys should go over to Type 1 Tactical. This is where I got it. It is an amazing product. But anyways, I wanted to share with you guys kind of my journey on how I got to the T-Slim. So as soon as I was diagnosed, I was actually on insulin injections and finger sticks. And that was for about 2 months, and I honestly, it didn't start bothering me until the end. I felt like I was building up scar tissue, and it started to really hurt giving insulin injections, and I felt like it took me a really long time to find a spot that didn't hurt on my stomach, but as soon as I decided that, yes, I want an insulin pump, I went to my endocrinologist, and they gave me a whole bunch of pamphlets on Medtronic, T-Slim, Animas, and Omnipod. There are a few other pump companies out there, but those are the 4 main pump companies. Once you guys decide that you want an insulin pump, you really need to do your research, because once you get on an insulin pump, you have to be on that insulin pump for 4 years, because that's how long your insurance will cover that pump. And then after that, you can either upgrade to the new edition of that pump, or you may be able to change to a new pump. So when I first started looking for an insulin pump, I didn't really look through the pamphlets that my endocrinologist gave me. I actually went straight to the internet, went to all of the websites for Medtronic, Omnipod, Animas, and Tandem, or T-Slim, and I kind of did research there. I asked some people online what they thought about the different insulin pumps, and if they liked their insulin pump, or what are the positives and the negatives of their insulin pump. And then I also went to YouTube. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and to be completely honest, I watched a lot of Diabetic Danica and T1D Lindsay, and I also started watching Elena's channel at the time that I started getting an insulin pump. Once you start doing that type of research, you will then start to narrow down your options, and also you'll have to turn to your insurance company, because some insurance companies only cover a certain insulin pump. But right off the bat, I did not want Medtronic. I don't really know what it was. I felt that was too old-fashioned, I guess. So that one was off the table. I really liked the T-Slim and Animas, and then I really liked the fact that the Omnipod didn't have tubing. But I actually did a little a sample where you just wear a pod, you don't actually insert it or anything. I just wore the pod, and I felt like it was way too bulky for me. So I kind of put that one off the table. And then I went to Animas and T-Slim. And my uncle is actually also a Type 1 diabetic, and he at the time had the Animas Ping. So that kind of helped me decide where I wanted to go with getting an insulin pump. So I ended up getting the pink Animas Vibe, which hooked up with Dexcom. So that time I also got the Dexcom G4, I believe. And the reason I ended up getting Animas is because I live about an hour and 20 minutes away from my endocrinologist. And so if I didn't end up knowing how to do a certain thing on my pump, then all I had to do is drive 5 minutes to my uncle's house or call him. I was probably on Animas for about 3 months when I started having a lot of problems with it. somehow it started giving me too much insulin, or it would say that it would give insulin, but it never did. And so I'd spike throughout the night. And there was a time that I actually had to go get an IV to like help me get my blood sugar down. And it actually hurt really bad going in, like the insulin going in. And so I did not like the Animas. I did not really trust the Animas. And it just really wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. So from there I started doing some more research on pumps, and at that time I knew that I was going to have to wait 4 years to get an insulin pump, or so I thought. And so I started doing research, and I honestly at the beginning really liked T-Slim, but the only reason I went with Animas was again because my uncle had it. So I did a lot of research with Tantum, and I talked with a Tantum representative, and they started to help me kind of decide where to go from only having the Animas for less than a year and having to get four replacement pumps when one is supposed to last you 4 years. And this was right about the time the Animas was going to go out of business. And so then I also went to my endocrinologist and asked her what she thought about T-Slim. And she was like, I want you on T-Slim. T-Slim is amazing. What do we need to do? And I was like, that's what I'm asking you. What should we do? She was like, let me get a hold of the Tantum representative for Denver. And she did, and she was amazing. We fought for over a year, and after the third, overlook of my case, they denied it, and she was like, there's one more thing we can do, and that is to send it to a medical, advisor or, just a medical person to look over my case. And she was like, but if it hasn't gone through the other 3 times, then it's probably not going to go through that time. And I just had this feeling, I was like, let's just do it, why not? And at this time, I was getting really frustrated, and I finally got a letter in the mail, and they approved me to get the T-Slim. So I finally got the T-Slim. I got hooked up to the T-Slim, got the Dexcom G5, because that's what connected with the T-Slim X2. And so I went through the training and everything like that, and then I got my T-Slim, and I've been on it for a year. It is like my little sidekick, and I absolutely love the T-Slim. I wouldn't go with any other pump. After less than a month of being on the T-Slim, my A1C went down 1 entire point. Not 0.1, but 1 entire point. So obviously it was a very good change. Some things that I like about the T-Slim is it is touchscreen, so everything you do is touchscreen. There's no buttons, no scrolling, nothing like that. I like that it's rechargeable instead of having to have a battery, because I feel like I don't ever have a battery on me, and I always felt like I should, but I never had one on me, and then I'd have to go buy one, and I feel like batteries are really expensive, and especially the lithium ones that you're supposed to put in insulin pumps. And so I always just charge it while I'm in the shower, and then I had to drive 45 minutes to Denver from where I live, and so I usually charge it while I'm in the car as well, and I've never had it die on me, so that's never been a problem for me. I like that you can see your insulin on board, how many units, and then also how much time is remaining on it. I feel like that is really helpful for me personally. I like just how the company is super friendly. I've had a problem with my pump at one point saying that there was an occlusion alert, and it kept going off, and I didn't know why, and they sat through an entire pump set change with me to make sure that my pump would work. So the customer service is a top notch all the way up. I cannot say enough good things about the T-Slim customer service. They are absolutely amazing. I like that I can see my CGM on my screen. Currently I cannot because I just got on the Dexcom G6, but I just did get the Basal IQ update, so I just had to update my Tantum insulin pump, and then I will be able to have the Basal IQ setting. I like the fact that you can upgrade the updates by just plugging it into your computer. You don't have to get a whole new pump to get the new update for your pump. So every other pump, if there is a new like update or there's a new pump with the company, you have to get a whole new pump. With Tandem, it's just you plug it into your computer, you download the software, and it's updated. You don't have to get a new pump, you just get the software, and I think that is also really nice because then you don't have to wait 4 years to get the new update, which I find that really helpful, and then you don't have to be like, really, like I want the new edition. You get the most updated software when you have the t:slim because it's just plugging into your computer. I like how modern it looks. It doesn't look as much like a pager, just because it is touchscreen. I like how I'm not fully connected to the full cartridge of insulin. It like connects to the tubing right here. I like how I'm not fully connected to that because that honestly kind of scares me, being connected to 200 units of insulin. Like, what if something were to happen and it just goes straight into you? That's crazy. I like how small it is. It is super small, especially when it's out of the case. But I like just being able to clip it onto me, and so that's why I have a case on it. Another thing that I really like about the t:slim is that it actually has a calculator. So I know being able to figure out the math is like just a life skill that you should be able to do without a calculator. But when you have to do it like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then snacks and all of that, sometimes it just gets old and you don't want to have to take that much time, or you don't have that much time. And so this actually, you go in here, and then I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has a calculator and it adds up all your carbs. So you can put 17 plus like 2 plus 8 plus whatever, and then it will add up how many carbs for you, which is really nice. And I just like how you don't have to scroll, because I feel like that took a lot more time. It's just you press a button and that's what you get. You don't have to scroll all the way to like 7.32 units of insulin. You just put in 7.23 units of insulin, and that's how much insulin you get. So I really like that feature of the t:slim. Alright, so that's all I really have to say about t:slim. I could honestly go on for hours about t:slim, but I will save that for maybe other videos that may be related to my insulin pump. But be sure, if you have any questions, please be sure to leave them in the comments down below, and I will be sure to answer them because I'd love to help if you are interested in getting the t:slim. But this summer, I actually did take a 2-week pump vacation, you could call it, and I honestly really enjoyed it. It helped me focus more on my diabetes. It was really nice because I was at the beach and then I was also at a lake. So I was having to disconnect from my pump, and then I wasn't getting all the insulin I was needing, and so I was running high constantly. So going on long-lasting insulin and short-acting insulin with pens was the better fit for me for those like 2 weeks. And so I'm not saying that a pump or injections is better for you. It is honestly a decision that you have to make personally for yourself. And as you can see from all of us, some of us have gone through more than one insulin pump because we had to be able to find the right fit for us. And so that's what we're trying to help with on this week's video theme, is just helping you figure out some different features of different pumps, what we like, what we don't like about certain pumps, and we just hope that we can help you with that. And we're not saying that injections are bad or pumps are bad or they're good or whatever. It's honestly a personal decision. So don't just take our advice. Make sure you do your research on if you're looking for an insulin pump. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel because it really helps us out. Also, hit the notification bell down below so you can be notified every single time we upload a new video, since we have started back up this week. Also, be sure to follow me as well as Daily Diabetics and the other 6 ladies on every single channel that we have linked down below. I'll see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.